The more I learn about God, the more I release control. The more I learn about God, the more I release control. It bothers people. But I figure if Jesus likes it, then I like it. And if Jesus said over my head, then who am I to say, go back down to the ankles? Fishermen will stand on the shore of En-Gedi to En-Eglaim, and there will be places for spreading the nets. The fish will be of many kinds, like the fish of the Mediterranean Sea. But the swamps and the marshes will not become fresh. They will be left for salt. Here's a little story about nets. When I was a little girl, I don't know why, I wanted to fish. Now, nobody in my family knew how to fish. My mother didn't know how to fish. My father didn't know how to fish. My uncles, my aunts, nobody in the family knew how to fish. Nobody I ever saw knew how to fish. But my father was an encourager. So when I said to my father, I want to fish, he said, very well then, we will buy a fishing pole. So my father took me out and bought a fishing pole. And we bought a hook, and we bought something to put on the hook. I don't remember what. And I went out to fish. And I told you I was tenacious. I had red licorice, which helped. Because I sat there all day with my fishing rod out and this hook with the wrong thing on it. And I did not catch a thing. I didn't get a bite. I didn't get anything. Finally, I thought I will really try really hard to catch a fish. And I took that thing and I caught my ear, and I pierced my ear with the hook. That was what I did. That was the only thing I caught. I gave up fishing after that. But I thought it was very interesting that God said, through his prophet, spread out the nets. Now, nets, in my country, nets are what they use to fish. They're a more communal people. They understand community. They understand working together. They understand you can't do it alone. And when they throw out their net, they sing when they bring it back. They sing and they sing and they pull 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 and they sing. And it is amazing to listen to the sounds and the melodies and to watch them. It's just so beautiful to behold. They're working in unity. You watch them and they pull and they sing and they pull and they sing. And together they bring in this net full of fish. Well, we were praying for our movement, and I was really excited. Like, what's God gonna do with our movement? What's God gonna do with Iris? And we're praying for, and we're like, we're fasting, we're praying, and like our tribe, bam, under the table we went. And everybody's out under the table going, whoa, woo, whoa. And I had a vision. And I had a vision of a huge net. I was very beside. I was so thrilled about this huge net because I'm thinking, that's our net. Whoa, that's a big net. Whoa, that's a big net. We're going to catch so many fish. It's amazing. We're going to have the biggest catch of fish the world's ever seen. The most souls, the most children, the most. And I hear God. He is laughing at me. Laughing at me. He thinks this is hilarious. And then I hear him go, that's your piece of the net. And he shows me this little tiny piece. It was about that big, you know. But it was cool. He shows me this little piece. He said, that's Iris right there. Then he showed me the Assemblies of God and the Nazarenes and the Wycliffe and the Bethel and the IHOPs and the Catholics. Oh, Jesus. He showed me all these different parts of the net. And he said, only when you work together can you bring in the harvest. Only when you work together can you bring in the harvest. And it was so powerful. And I saw this angel coming down with this silver golden cord, weaving the net together. And it was so powerful. I was absolutely wrecked. We got to get wrecked. Oh, you know, we are called to bring in a huge amount of people, sons and daughters, to the Father. But we can't do it alone, and we can't do it unless we're over our heads, unless we're completely, totally toasted in God. Do you know that now I love what I do? And I get to do team. I get to do team. I get to do family and team. I love team. Do you know that as I'm gone on this speaking tour, that they'll have planted at least 10 churches while I'm gone? When I get home, they'll tell me. They'll plant, that's in like 2 weeks. 10 churches. Team. Team. Team rocks. Team rocks. Family rocks. Moving with other movements rocks. Don't try to take somebody's name, stick your name on it, slap your sticker on their thing. Why? Just work together. Just work together. Who cares what it's called? Who cares the name of it? If they love Jesus, work together. Love each other, work together. It's what happens under the river. You start loving each other. You start loving the body of Christ.